Afternoon, we're coming on the air now with breaking news from Washington. The new Congress has just convened. Nancy Pelosi, Democrat Nancy Pelosi, has just been elected Speaker of the House, making history for the second time. First elected as Speaker back in 2007, served till 2011, now returning after 4 terms out, the first woman Speaker ever in American history. She's at the podium in the House right now, and here is the moment, just moments ago, when she heard the election results.
Therefore, the Honorable Nancy Pelosi of the state of California, having received a majority of the votes cast, is duly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives for the 116th Congress.
220 votes for Nancy Pelosi. Not all the Democrats supporting her, but it was enough to put her over the top, as we said, for the second time. Without a doubt, the most powerful woman in America right now in politics. First woman Speaker of the House. She was escorted into the hall by members of the California delegation singing "California, Here I Come." And then she was introduced by her fellow Californian, the Republican leader of the House, Kevin McCarthy.
To the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, I extend to you this gavel. Thank you.
She is addressing the House now from the Speaker's podium. This is the only time the Speaker of the House speaks from that podium. Let's listen in before she's sworn in, taking the oath.
As we pledge every day, and always, always keep our nation safe from threats old and new, from terrorism and cyber warfare, overseas and here at home, to protect and defend. That is the oath we all take to serve in this body. That is the oath we take, to protect and defend. I close by remembering a cherished former member of this body who rose to become a beloved president of the United States and who last month returned to the Capitol once more, and he came this time to lie in state. That week, we honored President George Herbert Walker Bush with eulogies, tributes, and tears. Today, I single out one of his great achievements, working with both Democrats and Republicans to write the Americans with Disabilities Act into the laws of our land. Thank you, Steny Hoyer, for being such a big and important part of that. In 2010, we marked the 20th anniversary of the Act by making it possible for our colleagues with disabilities to preside over the House, by changing the mechanics of this podium. And in that spirit of equality and justice, let me announce that this afternoon, the first Speaker pro tempore I will yield to of the 116th Congress will be Congressman Jim Langevin of Rhode Island. As we take the oath of office today, we accept responsibility as daunting and demanding as any that previous generations of leadership have faced. Guided by the vision and values of our founders, the sacrifice of our men and women in uniform, and the aspirations that we have for our children, let us meet that responsibility with wisdom, with courage, and with grace. Together, we will let it be known that this House will truly be the people's house. And let us pray that God may bless our work and crown our good with brotherhood and sisterhood from sea to shining sea. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. I think I skipped a couple pages.
Nancy Pelosi addressing the House, where she will now be sworn in as Speaker. She will take the oath from Congressman Don Young, Republican of Alaska, the Dean of the House, longest-serving member of the House, 45 years in the House of Representatives.
Instructs me to say the following. I am now ready to take the oath of office. I ask the Dean of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Don Young, to administer the oath of office to Speaker. But before you do, Mr. Dean, and I thank you for your great leadership in the Congress over the decades, I'd like to call my grandchildren up to be here when I take the oath. Yep. And any other children who want to join them. Come on, kids.
Nancy Pelosi first did this back in 2007. Some of those kids were not even around then. Others all grown up. Those surround her now at the Speaker's chair, along with the sons and daughters of other members of Congress. No one wants to miss out on this.
And I just move it. Okay.
Nancy Pelosi, of course, first came to Washington as a very young woman as well. Her father, Tommy D'Alessandro, was mayor of Baltimore back in 1961. I think we have a picture here. She met John F. Kennedy. There it is right there. And now she's surrounded by her grandchildren as she's about to take the oath for Speaker.
Stand up tall.
The 63rd Speaker of the House when she takes the oath. She was also the 60th Speaker of the House. Last time that happened was just about 60 years ago, more than 60 years ago, when Sam Rayburn came back to be House Speaker for the second time.
Everybody be quiet.
Come on, Belle, turn around.
If the gentlewoman from California would please raise her right hand, which you're doing, do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you're about to enter, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations, Madam Speaker.
Nancy Pelosi, now the 63rd Speaker of the House. Will administer the oath.
Okay.
To all the new members and delegates.
Let us thank Dean Young. Thank you, Dean Young, Dean of the House of Representatives. Thank you. Call the House to order. I now call the House to order on behalf of all of America's children. Go kids! Go kids! Go kids! And now we're going to administer the oath of office for the members-elect en masse. If the children want to be back with their... No. Or if they want to be on TV, it's up to them.
Okay, they're all leaving.
I'm going to get her.
Stay or join their parents and grandparents as their and Katie Hill, whose birthday it is today, wants her children to join her then. Katie
Mary
Porter.
Bruce, as everything comes
Katie
to order here, our
Porter,
congressional
whose birthday it is,
correspondent.
wants her children
This Congress
to
she's
join.
about to swear in the most diverse in history.
For the children.
Congratulations.
Thank
feel
you.
here in the halls. This new Congress is some of the youngest, most diverse, and overwhelmingly the most female Congress that we have ever seen. Right now, being sworn in here today, you have the first Native American women ever to serve, the first Muslim women ever to serve, and they are already leaving a mark on the institution here. Today, they're actually changing the rules so that female Muslim members can now wear headscarves on the floor. George, it is just a remarkable feeling here today, the difference that you can feel. 25 women in the Senate. Senate, now 102 in the House, 43 women of color, and so many are so young, George. It's remarkable. They are really changing the way that things are done here. They tweet, they post on Instagram. It truly is a new era here, George.
New era, and now they're about to be sworn in.
Right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you are about to enter, so help you God? Congratulations, you are now.
And there you have it. 63rd Congress has now been sworn in. Brand new world in Washington. Nancy Pelosi calling this what she says it will be a transformative Congress. I want to bring in our senior national correspondent Terry Moran at the White House. And Terry, in her speech to that new House, appointed a reminder to everyone, Congress, a co-equal branch of government, now challenging the president.
That's right, and this is an earthquake in Trump world. No question about it. For the first time, President Trump, entering his third year as president, is going to face an opposition with real power in Washington. That Democratic majority that Nancy Pelosi will lead is going to challenge him on policy and with investigations that could bedevil this administration. And let's face it, Donald Trump is not a man who deals particularly well with opposition. That said, we are told by people close to him that he actually likes Nancy Pelosi. He gets along with her. He gets her. She's a big city Democrat, originally from Baltimore, and he understands her. He's on the same wavelength with her, but they are on such opposite poles. And then there is the looming specter of possible impeachment, depending on what Special Counsel Robert Mueller comes in with. So this is a brand new world and a real challenge. To get anything done for the country, the art of the deal is going to be essential on both sides.
Dealing with an immediate challenge now heading into the 14th day of a government shutdown. There you have it right there. New Congress has been sworn in. As we leave now, we're going to continue our coverage on ABC News Live, our 24/7 live streaming channel. And there is that picture. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House twice, making history twice. She is now the Speaker of the House of the 63rd Congress. Much more tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. Have a good afternoon.
This has been a special report from ABC News.